Hey everyone, and welcome to BMX News, a weekly BMX news show where I talk about everything that happened in the previous week within the world of BMX that I think you guys might care about. That being said, I'm sorry I'm 10 minutes late. I just came from the craziest thing that has ever happened to me, and I cannot wait till I can talk about it more, but for now, I'm not allowed. With that being said, shout out to everybody in the chat. We do these live, so we do have a bunch of people in the chat here. Travis K, James Ovens, Kurt Rowell, Stu Tinker, shout out to the UK. Taco Slurpees, a member in the chat. What up? Jeff Mead, Rob Chapman, David Van Vley, Sean Chambers, Aiden Keller. What's up, dude? How's Pittsburgh? On that note, let's get into the news and the clickbait from this week with Chris Kyle literally riding a freaking bowl in the sky. Your favorite meme page's favorite subject of the moment. This is insanity. And leave it to Red Bull to make it happen. And because I had so much craziness this morning, I have not had a chance to watch anything we're going to be talking about. So I think, you guys think Red Bull would be mad if I did a react video to this? I'll take up half the screen and I won't play the audio. Should I do it? I kind of want to do it because I haven't watched it. I was going to click through and I'm like, no, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't do this one a disservice by clicking through it rapidly just to talk about it quickly. The fact that he's on a sub-ice in the freaking sky. Wait a minute. Is that fake? He's wearing a red shirt. I saw a clip from this where he was wearing like a parachute. I don't know. We're going to have to take a closer look. Back rail foof instead of an ice. Meh, had a parachute on, it looked like. Yeah, we'll see. Red Bull wants the views. Let's do it. Haven't watched it. We're not going to do the react right now. I'm going to probably film the react to post tomorrow or Sunday. Let me know if I should. But with that being said, Chris Kyle, 2,000 feet in the air, under a hot air balloon, riding a literal bowl is insane. Then there's a behind the scenes of it with some pictures. Don't look down behind the scenes. Tabletop air in the air. The highest tabletop ever done before. Whew. Here's some behind the scenes looks at it. Testing the ice pick. Very smart. Especially with no underneath there. Those ones are a little bit sketchier because you can fall through them easier. Yes, wearing a parachute. So, everything that I'm talking about today is linked in the description down below. And you can find it in the order that I talk about it. So, Chris Kyle under a hot air balloon, riding. Totally crazy. You can see the extra bike there in case he dropped his bike. Can you imagine you're just a farmer over there wherever they're filming this, and you're just hanging out and all of a sudden a bike lands beside you. You're like, oh, cool, a hot air balloon up there. I wonder what they're putting underneath of it. That's pretty neat. Bang! Bike lands right beside you in the field. Crazy. Next, we got Teresa Fernandez Miranda joining Odyssey. Looks like she left Fly to join Odyssey, and the news is on here on the Balloon BMX on their website. Pretty sweet. It's cool to see how much of this stuff keeps happening over BMX progressing. Man, I can't talk this morning. Whoa. So next thing I want to talk about, because it's relevant and it's next weekend, is that I did a live stream chat with Carl Hinckley of Nowhere BMX where we talked about the Middle of Nowhere BMX contest that is going down next weekend. So a week from tomorrow, April 22nd at the Nowhere BMX compound. If you want to learn more about it, just click the link in the description to go to this and have a listen to the details. You should definitely go out to this. It seems like it's going to be insane, and there's a $5,000 pro purse on the line with a $500 best trick purse. It's going to be a big deal, and there are tons and tons and tons of prizes for everyone else. And Carl knows how to run a jam. He knows how to run a contest, so it's going to be a good time. Next, We get into the videos from this week, starting with a trails video. This one came out this past week with Satoshi Enda. It's called Backhoe Line 2022. And I have to point out here, you click on this video to play it. It says 219, 218, somewhere in there, flashed both of them. The next video, Rat Boy's Turbulence section from Ride BMX Turbulence that went out in 2001, the legendary section from Rat Boy that just blew everyone's mind and affected how BMX got to where it is today even. This section, you click play, 219, 218, popped up. Pretty wild, but we're not done yet. The next section, Ryan Scher, his Turbulence section from 2001's Ride BMX Turbulence full-length video. We click play, 219, 218. The first three videos that we have to talk about, two of them coming from the same full-length video, are the exact same length. It's pretty wild. But yeah, you can watch Ryan Scher's section here, linked in the description down below. Next up, we've got Charlie Crumlish and his Built Different section from the S&M full length that came out a couple months ago. Charlie's section is awesome. The song is awesome. Everything is awesome in this one. So make sure that you get on over there and watch all of these videos. Whatever happened to Rat Boy? Rat Boy is still riding. He did a podcast with Bobby Canode. So if you head to Bobby's YouTube channel or the Dig BMX YouTube channel, you can find that podcast and they talk about stuff. And he's been riding lately and it's been popping up somewhere. I can't remember the Instagram page that it shows up on, but it is there. What's up, Nick Miller? Shout out to the members in the chat. Next, Monster Energy hits Cape Town. So we got Kevin Peraza, Mike Varga, and more. Who else is more? Anthony John, Tom Banden Bogard, Jose Torres, Jeremy Malott, Pat Casey, and Daniel Sandoval. What a lineup when Pat Casey and Daniel Sandoval aren't even making it into the title. So they're down for the Ultimate X contest that goes down in South Africa, and they're riding skate parks and trails and whatnot out there. Next up, Pat Falico, Weekend Vibes. So this is him catching a weekend session on the Colony ramps. This dude is incredible. Has some of the best bike control in BMX, period, with some of the stuff this guy has done. I think it was either a truck or a 270 whip to over ice on a double coping or sub setup, whatever it might be. Insanity. So you know you're going to be in for a treat with watching this one. We've talked about technical ramp riding here. We talked about dirt jumping and skate park riding with some of the best riders in the Monster team. We talked about trails. Talk about Charlie's super technical riding that he does a lot in the street. Crazy. Next, we got Josh Hino's Turbulence section from 2001. All of the Turbulence videos getting uploaded to the Snakebite BMX YouTube channel, which if you don't have this subscribe button checked for the Snakebite channel, you make sure you get over there and do it because there's so much great stuff that shows up on there all the time. Next, Black Cat DIY Jam from over in the UK. We got coverage of that. Looks like we got a freaking pole jam to hard 360. That's nuts. Then the highlights from another segment of BMX in here. The BMX Triple Challenge from Glendale. This is finals and best trick. I have best trick afterwards. Both are linked separately in the description, but I have them pulled up from both places because I didn't realize that BMX Union had them in the same spot. So you got finals, then you got best trick, where it looks like Big Daddy was attempting to do a backflip bike transfer. Shout out to Anthony Napolitan right there. Shoot. Everyone should thank Shad for what he does and has done for BMX. Absolutely, Kurt. Next up, we've got the product section from this week. The new Salt Multi-Guard. So this is a new hub guard from Salt. This is a video about it. This looks like it's kind of inspired by the G-Sport Gland a little bit. Maybe it's for specific hubs. No, it's multi-guard. So 83 millimeter outer diameter, which I really like larger front hub guards. I've been riding the Gland V3 for like a long time, or Mark III. Injected nylon fiberglass composite, 34 millimeter inner diameter. That's the inner part. And then 16 millimeters deep, comes in black, and you zip tie it on there. In my experience, zip ties don't work the best when it comes to these because you usually break them. Maybe this one will be better. I kind of want to try this hub guard out. Definitely would be nice because the G Sport one has like 800 holes where you run, and I use a shoelace, so you weave it through there, and it's just, I don't know, sometimes it can be a pain if you have to replace a spoke and you have to just unlace the whole thing. The shoelace lasts forever, but you have to take it on and off. So weird, We the People / Salt took someone's idea. Shade in the chat. But I mean, it is very reminiscent of the Gland, so that's kind of funny. You know what? We're here. I'm here for this. G Sport Gland Mark V. I'm here for this. So, okay, being fair, G Sport has gone away from the lace through concept and now uses a fold over screw design. But if we type Gland Mark IV, oh no, look at it. It's definitely not exactly the same, but it's pretty damn close. I didn't mean to do that, but I mean, you can't just not point that out. Gland Mark IV, Salt. I still want to try this one. It could still be good, but it's definitely almost the same thing. Anyways, next up, we've got a promo video for Colin Varignac's Varignac fork from Premium. So he had a rim come out recently, now fork. I'm in touch with Colin trying to work out when we can do a podcast together to talk about his new Premium parts and the stuff that he's got going on. It's pretty awesome to see that. And the signature fork doesn't have info in the description, so we'd have to click through here to see it. But if you want more info, link to the YouTube videos in the description. Next, we have a video with the Hallahan Bros in Austin, Texas, with their signature colorways on the frames that they are on. So we got Nathan's MOD Blue Groove and Lucas's Black Magic Gunsmoke. So this video is them riding, very well put together. It's gotta be Stu Johnson. It is. The Hallahans repping, and then it shows kind of like bike checks, but with riding at the same time. You can just see their colorways there. And I want to point out that if you're watching this and you want to buy one of these or anything from Fit or S&M, you can use the code Brant in all caps. I'm pointing like it's down there, but it's not down there. It's in the description. You can use the link in the code Brant in all caps to save 10%, and you help me out at the same time. So shout out S&M and Fit. Anyways, moving on from here, we get into the interview stuff from this week, where we've got some quick questions with Nina Butrago. So Nina answered some questions, and wow, that's awesome. How'd you get into BMX? There's a whole paragraph story on here, which is pretty sick. And then some questions in here. Nina has been living in Cleveland for over a year at this point, I'm pretty sure, and she is rad to have around because so many people are coming through town that I don't feel like would have come through town without Nina being here. And my one thing I want to say about this is everyone who comes to visit Nina, come ride our trails this summer. They are riding in so good already. Going to be a good session out there tomorrow, and I'm stoked. Nina is rad, and I love what she's doing for BMX as a whole and the scene of BMX in Ohio. Next up, Bentley King, Fit Bike Co. Video with him sitting down with Ethan Corriere, answering some questions, chatting for a bit, and check it out. It's Fit's latest recruit, Bentley King. Then we've got a video with Steven Atencio. It's called Answers from We the People. Just answering some questions. This one's almost 8 minutes long. And after that, I'm going to be honest, I don't remember if I talked about this one last week or not because it came out on Friday last week. But this is a bike check with Corey Walsh from Source that happened at Swamp Fest. I might have talked about it. I don't remember. Shout out to the fact that there's 30 people in the chat right now for BMX news at 10 in the morning on a Friday. You guys are sick. But yeah, Corey Walsh bike check. Linked in the description. Then we've got the GT girls answering questions from Instagram. This is a video with Bethany Hedrick, Riley Miller, and Jesse Gregory answering questions in the chat. From the chat. From Instagram. Listen. We've got Canode Knows with Reed Stark. So if you didn't get enough of a fill of Reed Stark when I did the podcast with him, we got a power hour with him from Bobby Canode in the Canode Knows podcast. Different perspectives, different questions. Sweet. Next. I did not talk about the Corey Walsh bike check. It came out after the news last week. Thank you, Sean Chambers. Shout out to Travis Schramm in the chat, another member. Ryan Williams, Unclick podcast on Our BMX. Have not had a chance to listen to this one either, but from the comments reading through, it seems like it was really good. And it's over 3 hours long. Hot damn. Have a listen to this one. I'm sure it's worth it. Ryan Williams has done so much for BMX and people just seeing BMX outside of the BMX world, which is important. And regardless of what people might say about him, he's doing awesome things and going higher and doing new tricks that people have never done before. And I think that a lot of people who have something to say about Ryan Williams probably have not even done a fraction of what he has for BMX. So with that being said, I think that's it for this week's BMX news. Check out Chris Kyle. I'm going to do a react video to Chris Kyle's 2,000 feet above the ground riding BMX under a hot air balloon, and we will see it. So with that being said, thank you guys for tuning in. So in chat, who's in Austin that has a spare bike? I didn't bring mine here for a MotoGP race and itching to ride. Boom. Yeah, I don't know what I gotta say. Shout out to James Ovens and Dustin Rouse and BMX Pete. Pete, come ride our trails soon. We're gonna be riding tomorrow. Make a trip tomorrow. I know you got a bike shop, but like, just come to the trails and ride. If you guys want to come ride trails tomorrow, hit me up. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you guys tomorrow, and I cannot wait for you guys to be able to see the huge thing that happened this morning and is currently in progress for the next few days. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. Use the code Brant at S&M Fit. Save 10% and help me at the same time, and we will see you tomorrow. Goodbye. Have a good day, everyone.